What is up YouTube? Ace here from Fit to Play Games, and today I'm going to share with you something very special that I have been monitoring for a while now. I've been watching out for brand new news and checking out the Twitter account regarding the topic that we are going to be covering today. And also to help you guys take your minds off the C virus that is going around the world, and also the PlayStation 5 not being organized enough to tell the consumers when they're really going to be opening the pre-orders for the system itself, and also pre-orders being canceled. Now that is just so sad to hear, but today we're gonna talk about something very cool. A lot of you guys I know are probably role player fans and JRPG fans, then this topic is gonna be for you. So let's go ahead and check out what this is all about. You guys are probably wondering what I'm talking about, and this game really is nowhere near related to the Final Fantasy series, or even close to the topic that I've covered months ago, which is Legend of the Dragoon needing a wonderful remake if we could ever get it. This game is actually the Suikoden series. Now, a lot of you who are role-playing fans who played on the PlayStation and probably followed the series owns the game from Suikoden 1 all the way up to Suikoden Chronicles for the Nintendo DS. Now, that was for the DS, and the rest was on the PlayStation 2 system, and then it stopped. Well, I just recently found out a brand new amazing news. It's the spiritual successor to the Suikoden series. So let's go ahead and check this out. So guys, the spiritual successor to the Suikoden series is called Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes. Now, before I begin, this is actually a Kickstarter project that was began and started to be built by none other than the legendary Yoshitaka Muriyama, who was the actual director and even co-creator of the game Suikoden 1 and 2. Now, knowing that gives you that comfort that he is going to deliver another wonderful RPG for all of us players who are fans of his game from all the way up to Suikoden 1 and 2. We will definitely be satisfied with whatever outcome it will be, because we know that he comes from experience. Other than that, he is also joined by Junko Kawano, who was also the another producer from Suikoden 1 and Suikoden 4, and this is their very first collaboration in after 25 years. Now, that is wonderful to hear. We have two people who are actually well versed in creating an RPG classic. Now guys, a little bit of a background regarding the game. According to Yoshitaka, it's going to be held in the continent of Auran, where its country is filled with diverse culture and values. Hence, the classical type of storytelling from the master writer himself. This is going to involve two characters, much like the Suikoden 2 series, where we had two characters who are actually best friends entangled into the fires of war, and you know, their different values and their thoughts on what they think is right and true is going to be tested as they go, the player gets along the whole storyline, which is something that, you know, classic RPG games always have, and this is the type of game that I'm into. So this is definitely super exciting for all of us JRPG fans and also fans of wonderful storytelling. So you guys are probably wondering how I heard about this game. This was actually a recommendation on my YouTube list, and I clicked it and I saw that this game was being funded under Kickstarter. Now with Kickstarter, the reason that this game was put into that and why they chose to use Kickstarter as a help funder for their video game is that this game, if this game is going to be a spiritual successor for Suikoden, it's gotta have what Suikoden had, or at least something even better. So a lot of people are being considered, a lot of people's ideas, especially backers, including myself. You know, I'm proud to say that I am actually backing Eiyuden Chronicles. I am happy to say that they are considering a lot of the inputs and ideas that the backers wants to see in this video game, and people that are JRPG fans who are familiar with the Suikoden series wants to see that, including myself. So that's why I decided to back them up. And you know, being considered as one of the backers comes with a lot of different perks, different things that you can get as you back a project, and as that, you know, the project and the campaign of the game comes into a close and becomes complete, you will receive then all of those good stuff. But at the same time, that was not what I was after. I was actually after a very, very successful game, and I want this game to be successful because this is going to be a game that I'm going to be playing, you know, for another year, for another 2 years, or it's a game that I want to keep going back to. And that's how I felt about the Suikoden series, because it's a game that I keep going back to whenever I feel like I want to, and it really has that solid storyline that I know, and I want the same thing for this video game. That's why I decided to become a backer. Now, what's pretty cool about this Kickstarter that they started, it began somewhere in the first week of August, and what's pretty cool, right now I'm doing this video September 21st, 2020. I think they've already reached the funding that they need before even August 31st. Like, that is amazing. For a lot of people like us who know Suikoden series, and to finally hear that there's gonna be a spiritual successor, obviously you want to jump into the gun and check out what this is about, and also see what, you know, what you can help them with. And that is amazing to me that a lot of people actually back this up, guys. Hats off to each and every single backers of the Eiyuden series. But I think there is still a couple of options that you can back in this game. I'm not sure, but you guys will just have to check that out under Kickstarter. If you guys have a Kickstarter account, definitely check them out there. But there's two things that I want to show you guys, even though they're just short clips of the game, and that is the exploration of the game and also the battle system of the game. So we'll check that out together. I just don't want to go too much into details because, you know, I want to keep myself in suspense in how this game is. Product that is bound to change, but the developers just wanted to show us what they envisioned for this game, and I really truly appreciate what they showed us in those videos. And also I want to inform you that most of the Suikoden series has been released under the Konami publisher, and I just want to clarify, guys, that this is not going to be a Konami published game. This is actually going to be under Rabbit and Bear Studio Corporation. I don't know, they just see, I just see that as this is a video game that is being published by gamers for gamers. So guys, thank you so much for stopping by, and if this is your first time in the channel, please consider hitting that red button to support the channel, and I'll keep you guys updated regarding this game and anything else that is revolving around the Eiyuden Chronicles series. Until then, thank you so much. Have a good one.